So we'll do our opening exercises of our ankles. So if you're in a chair, you're just going to do the same thing. On the inhale, you're going to point the toes. And on the exhale, you're going to draw the toes back. So inhale, point. Exhale, flex. Inhale, point. Exhale, flex. Inhale and exhale. Feel the bottoms of the legs starting to warm up, the calves, the shins. And the ankle joints are starting to mobilize. And exhale back. Relax back to neutral, and then just roll the ankles out a few times. And roll the ankles in a few times. And then relax back to center. So if you're on the mat, on the inhale, the right leg will be straight, or the right leg will be straight with the heel lifted off the mat an inch. The lifting off the heel is not necessary. It's just our inhale. On the exhale, we're going to tuck the knees into the chest. And then exhale, extend the leg back out again. So do that a few times. On the right leg, if you're in a chair, you're going to extend the leg out straight from the chair on the inhale. And on the exhale, sweep it back and draw the heel up towards the seat of the chair. So a little bit different. Inhale, the leg is always straight, whether you're on the mat or the chair. Exhale, the knee bends. So after you've done about 5 or 6 on that side, we'll switch sides. So inhale, leg is straight. Exhale, draw the heel back and up. Or if you're on the mat, inhale, leg is straight. Exhale, draw the knee into the chest. So a few more times. This is mobilizing the knee. This is also starting to work into the hip flexors, the hip group that's right at the front of the body, of the hips. So just notice what you feel. Notice what you're starting to feel in the hamstrings and the backs of the legs, the tops of the legs, the thighs. And then relax back to center if you're seated on the mat. The legs can stay extended out. And if you're in the chair, the knees will be bent because they're always going to be bent for the most part. So on the inhale, the spine is long. And in the chair, on the exhale, inhale, you're going to step the right leg out to the side if you're in the chair. And then exhale, you're going to slide back into center. On the mat, you're going to have your inhale, slide the right leg out to the side, and then exhale, slide back in. So either way, it's the same movement. It's outer hip contracts as we slide out, inner thigh contracts as we draw in. And that's going to be the same sensation whether you're in the chair or on the floor. Either way, we really want our spine long. So if you are seated on a mat, I really recommend having a folded blanket under the hips. That helps the back extend straight up and down. Whereas if we're seated on a mat without a blanket, we have tight hamstrings, our back is going to kind of curve and draw away. And that can be a little uncomfortable for the spine. So I really recommend a blanket or a chair if you have trouble keeping your spine straight in this kind of L-shaped position. So let's switch sides. So if you're in the chair, again, same thing, but stepping out with the left. And if you're on the mat, same thing, but you're sliding out with the left on the inhale, and you're sliding back into center on the exhale. Pay special attention if you're on the mat to keep the toes towards the ceiling. They want to flip-flop around. The feet can be like, floppy fish. So if you have floppy fish feet, see if you can keep them active, drawing back towards the shins and the toes towards the ceiling. And also see if you can notice this outer hip contracting as you slide out and the inner thigh contracting as you slide in. See if you can feel into the muscle groups responsible for this movement. Sliding back into center. So now we're going to move into internal and external rotation. This one is going to be, again, the same thing on the floor, on the mat, but I'm going to demonstrate both on the mat or the chair. So what is important here is that this is one where we're going to rock the hips if you're seated on the mat. So don't feel like your hips are glued down. We're going to bend the right knee a little bit. And then we're first just going to start the mobility by turning the knee out to the side, that's external rotation, and then turning the knee in towards the midline of the body, that's internal rotation. So just this rocking motion side to side is going to warm up this hip joint. So if you have anything going on in the hips, any kind of arthritis, any kind of nerve impingements, any kind of muscle stuff, you want to keep in mind here that we're not moving into pain. So pain and sensation are not the same, right? Pain is stinging, stabbing, burning. Sensation is just the experience of what the muscle is doing. So we want to differentiate. Then if you're in a chair, you're going to be doing the same thing. So the knee is just rocking side to side, right? So the next time, whether you're on the mat or in the chair, the next time the knee turns out, we're going to pause and then inhale and slide the leg open while the knee points outward, just an inch or two. And then you're going to turn the knee in back towards midline and slide that inch or two back to center. So it's like we're drawing an infinity sign with our toes. So we turn the knee out, inhale and slide. Turn the knee in, exhale and slide. And on the mat, it looks like this. And it might be annoying. You might get your edge of your mat might catch you at the edge and as your foot slides out. It's okay. So the knee is bent and we're sliding open. And then the knee turns in and we slide in. And we just are sliding in and out. This is going to be the same internal and external rotation, a little bit more effort now because we're engaging the muscles longer than we would if we were just turning in and out. So you decide where you're on the chair or on the mat, where you experience more what's easier for you, or what allows you to more fully experience what we want to feel in the body. And then let's switch sides. So left side, same thing. Let's just at first turn the knee out and turn the knee in. So we want to kind of start with that mobilizing because you're going to know what's going on today right at this point. And so maybe it turns out you're not really going to go ahead and do the sliding. Maybe this is enough for today. I notice when I'm turning my knee out, I've got a little like nerve impingement happening. So when I turn out at a certain point, it's like ping, like plucking a guitar string. So what I'm going to do is not turn my knee out as far as that. I don't want to get to the guitar string part. So that's not, it doesn't mean anything terrible is going on. It's just whatever's going on in my hip today is something I want to be mindful of. So I'm not turning my knee out quite as much as my normal range of motion to avoid that sensation. And that's what I would like you to do in your body, to be aware of what's right for you. So the next time we turn the knee out, we inhale, slide open an inch or two, and then we turn the knee in and we slide back in. And now you can make this, if you're on the floor especially, you can make this a very big motion and you can drop the pinky toe side of your foot to the floor by really leaning, really bending your knee, and then sliding all the way in and drawing the big toe side all the way in. It's just going to make it a bigger experience in the hip than if you kind of stay with the hips fixed. So you just decide, try each, see what's best for you. In the chair, we're having a little bit of a different experience. The hips kind of have to stay a little bit fixed, but it's easier to slide out and in. So notice what you're experiencing either way. Take your time, and let's not adopt a no pain, no gain kind of attitude about our movements. Let's actually be aware of pain and decide that we don't want to invite it into our bodies today. So let's relax back to center. If you're seated on the mat, bend your knees, keep your feet on the floor. If you're seated in a chair, you've already got that handled. So we're going to move up to cat and dog tilts. Cat and dog tilts is a spinal movement. So on the inhale, let the belly move soft, get really soft, pooch it out. Let the spine relax forward, and then draw the shoulder blades together by bringing the elbows behind the body, squeeze them towards one another. And that's an inhale. And then exhale, let the spine drop back, let the head and shoulders release. Keep the shoulder heads low away from the ears though, and the abdominal muscles contract. This is like a mini sit-up. So we inhale, abdominals are soft, chest opens. Exhale, tuck the tailbone forward, pull the belly back like a little sit-up, and the shoulder blades stretch. So let's take a few more of these. Inhaling and exhaling. Noticing the spine starting to mobilize. Noticing the chest and the shoulder blades. What are you feeling there today? If you're feeling any stiffness, that's okay. We're just working through the stiffness by gently mobilizing. But if you've got pain sensations, anything going on in the shoulder girdle, any kind of nerve information receiving, we want to honor that and move a little bit less in the pose so that we stop short of experiencing that. Rocking the tailbone forward and back means the belly's getting soft when the tailbone is back, and then the belly's really contracting as the spine drops towards the back of the chair. So notice what you're feeling there. Notice the mobility. And then we're going to add the arms. So on the next time we come forward, flip the palms to the ceiling, drop the elbows, open the chest, and then on the exhale, bring the palms forward, straighten the arms. So we inhale, open the chest, palms to the ceiling. Exhale, drop the spine back, bring the hands together and forward. So inhale, open. Exhale, palms together. And this time when we inhale, open, this is kind of an external rotation of the shoulder girdle. When we bring the hands together, if it's okay for you, you're going to flip the thumbs down towards the floor, touch the backs of the hands. This is internal rotation of the shoulders. So inhale, and then exhale, bring the backs of the hands together. If it's okay for you, notice what's going on in the shoulder girdle though. So that can be a little bit intense. So maybe we don't bring the backs of the hands flat together. Maybe you just start to bring them towards one another and they don't reach, and that's fine. Inhale, open. Exhale one more time, backs of the hands together. And then this time, let's inhale, goalpost arms, elbows bent, fingertips towards the ceiling. Chest is still open, shoulder blades drawing together. And then on the exhale, let's bring, or try to bring, hands, elbows, forearms together. Big shoulder blade stretch. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale. Exhale. On the next inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the ceiling. Drop the shoulder heads away from the ears, though. So we don't want to naturally crunch ourselves up like this. That's going to strain the neck. So inhale, fingers up. And then exhale, sweep the fingertips down. Bend the elbows slightly. Press the triceps back. So inhale, sweep up. Exhale, down and press back. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, down and back. Inhale and exhale. And relax back to center. Let's take a few shoulder rolls here. And a few shoulder rolls forward. And then one more time, roll the shoulder heads up to the ears and let the shoulder blades settle naturally down the back.